There was never evidence of widespread fraud. I don't believe fraud changed the outcome of the election. But I told the president that once those legal challenges played out, he should simply accept the outcome of the election and move on. But he was hearing different voices. And frankly, there were some legal experts that were allowed on the White House grounds that should have never been let through the gate.
Yeah, you're talking about Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani. I want to come back to that in a second, but I do want to show this moment because it was so important and so heartbreaking. This is inside the Capitol. This is video of the Secret Service trying to get you and your wife Karen and your daughter Charlotte to safety. As rioters came within 40 feet of you, we found out later, your family's lives were at risk. Not just yours, although that would be tragic, but your wife's and your daughter's. And I was worried for you that day, sir, covering this. I was worried for your wife. I was worried for your daughter. I'm relieved that nobody was harmed. If I were you, I would still be livid with Donald Trump. I would be so furious. And I know you're a measured man. But are you still angry?
Well, I must tell you, the president's words and tweet that day were reckless. They endangered my family and all the people at the Capitol. And I was angry.
Take a look at the video over here. That, of course, was the news hanging outside the Capitol that day, and rioters were calling for your execution, chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." Almost 2 years later, is it still tough to... There's some of the video of the Hang Mike Pence. 2 years later, is it still tough to see that and hear that?
Jake, it saddens me. But that day it angered me. I must tell you, when the Secret Service took us down to the loading dock, accompanied by my wife and my daughter Charlotte and our Secret Service detail, I was determined to stay at my post. I told the Secret Service that I was not leaving the Capitol. I didn't want to give those people the sight of a 16-car motorcade speeding away from the Capitol that day. But frankly, when I saw those images, and when I read a tweet that President Trump issued saying that I lacked courage in that moment, it angered me greatly. The president had decided in that moment to be a part of the problem. I decided and was determined to be part of the solution. But those memories, those images will always be with me.
So you just said that the president in that moment decided to be part of the problem. And I have to say, as somebody that had been reporting on it for the months leading up to January 6th, I don't think anything happened in that moment that was part of the problem. President Trump had been campaigning in favor of the overturning of the election for months and months and months. It wasn't in that moment, and he wasn't part of the problem. He was the problem.
I just found myself thinking, not this, not here, not in America.